Will that prop up there? Good evening, live from the bank. I was meant to do this earlier on at like 5 o'clock. I think I was meant to do it, but I've ended up moving. I've been here, there and everywhere, to be honest, on this session. I'm on my winter campaign, and I'm doing a bit of a winter video series on here. I'm on a lake that I've been given access to, that's going to be turning into a lake that comes available at some point soon. I'm sort of test fishing it, if you like. And so far on this campaign, I've had carp up to just under 35 pounds, which is rather cool, isn't it? But it's got a bit trickier of late. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't been down here since mid to end of December, mainly because of all the rain that's been down this way. I'm down in the south, down near sort of Kent way. There's been an awful lot of rain, as you all know. So I haven't been able to get down here as much as I liked this year. But the past week or so has been a bit drier. So all of that water has dropped out, and that's enabled me to get back on it. So I came down sort of yesterday mid-morning, something like that. Had a little wander round, and I didn't see a great deal. Saw a few bubblers, got a few rods on bubblers, but nothing materialised, and nothing happened all of last night either. But today has been so warm, I've just been waiting for something to happen. I did see a show this morning, out in front of where I'm fishing actually now. And I say I've been moving about quite a lot because I actually started in this swim, moved down the other end onto some bubblers, was thinking I was going to do the night there, but just as it was getting dark, about sort of 80 yards out, quite a bit further than I was fishing last night, which were just little flicks around 40 yards. So just as it was getting dark, I had to get the bivvy back down, all that malarkey, and it was a pain in the backside, as you can imagine, moving in the dark. But needs must. I'm back to where I originally was now. Yellow Northern Specials are out there, Northern Specials even, at like 80 yards. There's two big old bars that run out in front of here. They go up to like 4 foot. I didn't want to fish on the top of them, so I ensured that I got a nice long drop. So I'm in about 9-10 foot of water, something like that. Yellow Northern Specials on the end, little tiny bags of pellets. Pro stim liver pellet, real stinky pro stim liver pellets. And that's it, just enough for a mouthful. Like I said, I haven't been down here for a while, so I haven't been putting any bait or anything in like that. And yeah, I'm going in softly tonight, just flicking bags out there. So let's see what happens. It feels good. It's blooming warm. I'm still in my hoodie. I don't even need this on, to be honest. It's like 14, 15 degrees, I reckon. It feels so warm. And I can just feel something in the air. I feel like something might happen tonight. And maybe it will while I'm doing this live. But yeah, it's the first live I've done in a while. If you've got a few people watching, actually, I will do a bit of a Q&A while I'm here. Have any of you watched my latest film? My little grayling film on the river went down incredibly well. In fact, so far, it's been the best start to sort of a film progression that I've ever had. Sort of in the first 2 days, I think it's over 20,000 views, which I didn't think I would get, to be honest, on a little river fishing feature, because I thought it was all carp anglers following me. But for those of you that know me well, or follow me and have been doing for a long time, you know that I love coarse fishing. I love fishing for pike, I love fishing for perch, grayling, roach, just about everything. So yeah, I am going to start documenting some of my coarse fishing a little bit more, because it's clearly popular, and it is a nice change from the carp, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, carp fishing is kind of my number one thing, but I do love fishing for other bits and bobs. I was actually chatting to my videographer yesterday, saying I might do a catfish one in the summer. How many of you would like to see that one? Be a bit mad, wouldn't it? Fishing for some real big cats somewhere. What other things would you like to see on the channel? Come on, pop it in the comments below. I'd like to hear. Any other coarse fishing or sort of certain types of carp fishing that you love? Do you guys like watching the day ticket stuff, or do you like watching kind of my raw sort of personal fishing? which is, you know, on syndicates, going over to Germany, going over to France, doing that sort of stuff. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. That would be sound. But in terms of like my plans this year, I've probably got another month and a half on here, something like that. There's some real good fish in here. So I'm hoping to winkle one or two of those out before it opens up properly late in the spring. Mid-spring, I'm going to go out back on the big pit. I've got a real big pit that I absolutely need to get on. And I've got a feeling that it's going to be range fishing. There's a lot of bait boats on there. But there's a restriction on how far you can go with the bait boats. And you're actually allowed to fish however far you want if you cast. But with a bait boat, there's a restriction. And I will be able to cast miles further than I can fish sort of under the rules with the bait boat. So yeah, I'm going to do something probably that's a bit different on there, and I'm actually going to cast because everybody uses boats on there. If you can use a boat, generally people drop it in those tiny little holes in the weed. But I think I'm going to start fishing it with singles, you know, real long range zigs as well potentially, and see what happens. So yeah, I'll be braided up. Probably get the whiplash on, something like that, some real thin braid, and be casting to the moon. 4-pound Kaizens, absolute Wallopsville, and see if I can catch some fish on zigs and singles come the spring. That would be nice. So yeah, what are your plans this coming year? Have you fishing syndicates, you course anglers? What are your targets for this year? Mine is to catch one of the real big old ones from that big lake. That's the plan, and have a little good little early spring on here. Yeah, I haven't actually got any trips booked as yet, but I'll probably be doing my normal German trip at some point in the year. And I think I'll get a little Frenchy trip booked in as well at some point. Maybe one of the big public lakes over there would be pretty cool. Anyway, let's see if we've got any questions. Not a great deal yet, but Alicia Heflin, turn your camera around. Can you not see me? Alicia, can you not see me in this? Mate, the grayling film was banging. I mentioned it before, but I loved it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your kind words, mate. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like it. I'm going to turn the camera around. That's turning the camera around, which is looking out. You can just see out towards the lake there a little bit. Yeah. Can you see me? Right, put your thumb up if you can see me now. Stewie Clark, hope you're good, mate. Right, I've spun the camera around. Can you see me at all? Put your thumb up if you can see me. Yeah, you can. Okay, that's sound. It is working, not how I thought it would be anyway. Yeah, any fishing questions, fire away below. If not, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Because I've actually got a bit of work to do, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, any fishing questions, fire them away below. Otherwise, guys, I'm going to log off on this one because I have got some work to do, unfortunately. I was hoping one of those rods might rattle off, but the chances are pretty slim, aren't they? There's not herds of carp in this lake, even though I feel like I'm on them. I was kind of hoping something might happen whilst I was doing this live. It has been known before. When I used to do my Facebook lives, I'd quite often get a bite when I was live, but yeah, fishing slightly harder waters now. But anyway, I am going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for you guys that have been watching. Sorry it was only a short sort of 10-minute job, but yeah, it was nice to speak to you all. Have a lovely evening, and thank you for all your kind words. See you soon.